Hey everybody, Dave Frost with the Frost Real Estate team at Coldwell Banker Seacoast Advantage, your #1 real estate company in Onslow County. Today's video, we're going to cover what a seller's market means to you. So if you're a buyer and or a seller, what does that mean to you when you hear it's a seller's market? It's a seller's market. So we're going to cover a few important pieces to each of those, whether you're a buyer or a seller, but it's not all inclusive. There's some other things that are involved, but ultimately these are pretty important, and I think these are the main talking points for you, and hopefully can help you either buying or selling at this point. All right, so let's talk about if you are a seller in a seller's market. Number one, you're gonna have more showings. So as a seller, be prepared to have a lot more showings, a lot more buyers, a lot more agents, and a lot more people coming through your house. So that means you're going to have the house show ready, a lot more, be able to be more flexible with time as far as you leaving and or going outside in the backyard or the garage or whatever. So it can be very stressful as a seller in a seller's market because of just showings. So just understand that's going to come. Showings is a good thing for you. More showings, more offers, more buyers, and so on. All right. Number two, potentially multiple offers. So that's a good thing too as a seller. That can get you more, higher price with even less incentives, depending on the offers. And that's something you have to discuss with your real estate agent to say, hey, look, if we get multiple offers, what is our plan with that? So how I always do it is, if we get a bunch of showings and we have multiple offers that come in, I discuss it with my seller and I say, okay, there's got to be a timeline. We cut these showings off and then address these offers as fast as we can so we can get you locked in under contract without losing one of these offers. Once we decide that timeline, then I let all the agents know that submitted offers, send us your highest and best, or if this is your highest and best, let us know. And then we will decide from there, the seller and myself will go over the offers, the pros and the cons, and then we will let the agent know who won the accepted bid, and then let all the agents know who did not win. So again, it's a process, but your agent should talk you through that. But it's a good process, and it's something good if you have multiple offers. All right. Number three, less incentives provided by the seller. So again, the good thing about being in a seller's market as a seller is you're gonna now be in the driving seat a little bit more. You're not going to have to probably provide as much closing or all of closing or a home warranty and closing and a gift card and fence allowance, things like that. In the old days, about a year and a half ago, it was a buyer's market and buyers were getting everything, a fence allowance, new paint, closing costs, things like that. Them times are over. If the demand is here and the inventory is here, those days are over. All right, so that's something to keep in mind as a seller. All right, let's switch gears. Let's go over to the buyer. So if you're a buyer in a seller's market, there's 4 things that I think you need to really consider, okay? Number one, you have to move faster on a house that you like. If you go see some houses and you really like one, I don't think you can wait days in order to put offers in. You're going to have to go and put an offer in that day, okay? So be prepared to move faster. It's not, we don't want you to blame your agents because, you've waited 3 days and you submit an offer and there's multiple offers, or you missed out on the house. So when you see something you like, discuss with your agent and get ready to get an offer in at that time, that day, or that night. Number two, all right, have everything ready to go for an offer. So that means getting your pre-qualification to your real estate agent. So they're ready. So anytime they're ready to move on an offer, they could submit it. They got the pre-qual and everything ready to go. So have things ready with your real estate agent to move forward with an offer immediately or within an hour or two. All right. Number three, you won't be able to potentially get as many incentives as I said in the seller. Sellers are giving more or able to give less incentives now in the seller's market. So on the buying side, you're going to not be able to obtain all the incentives you may once have been able to, and you're going to have to come out of pocket. I mean, you are purchasing a home, and that should already be in your mind, in my opinion. Any buyer that goes into something thinking they're not going to have to come out of pocket for something, buying something, I don't know where they get that. I think it stems from a lot of bad advice and a lot of people in our industry, unfortunately. So if you're a buyer, in a seller's market, be prepared to come out of pocket for some money. Either it's closing costs, either you're going to buy your own home warranty, home inspections and things like that. You may have to flip the bill for yourself outside of closing. They won't be in your closing costs. So again, it's just part of the process right now. So don't get frustrated with that. All right. Number 4, be ready to compete for the house you want. So there may be multiple offers on the house you like. So like I said, be aggressive on it, have everything ready to go. And then when you're in a multiple offer situation as a buyer, you need to think, how can I get the sellers to pick my offer? So the biggest number one way to do that is to ask for less incentives from the seller. So ask for less closing costs, or don't ask for a home warranty, or things like that. That will put you ahead of other buyers. Of course, price will too, but if that listing agent has listed it at the top of the market in that neighborhood or whatever, the price may not be able to go up anymore. So you go into 185 and the house is really only worth 179. A good listing agent like myself will tell my seller that offer don't mean anything, because you're not going to get 185. It's not going to appraise for that. So less incentives, I would start first, and then full asking price always helps. All right. So hopefully these tips helped you. If you got any questions, or if you have any videos that you would like me to do to post, let me know. Go to our YouTube channel, Frost Real Estate Team. We got our Facebook page, Frost Real Estate Team, our website, frostrealestateteam.com. Look forward to hearing from some of you, and have a great day. Thanks.